Hey guys, welcome back once again. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Mine was very well. Thanksgiving is a very rough holiday for me because my grandmother raised me. She passed away on Thanksgiving Day, so it's kind of a bittersweet day for me. So a day of remembrance and a lot of just being thankful for what I still have in my life and being thankful for what I've had in my life. Anyway, guys, I have just been a little uninspired, and the reason being is there's all these colorful palettes coming out, yes, but the problem being is I have this one sitting here, I have this one sitting here, I have a couple other ones sitting here, and they're all vegan. Why do I seem bummed about that? Because I really strongly feel that these companies need to take a responsibility and start finding other means to make safer dyes. Because, sorry guys, I had to turn my lamp on. Because they're replacing carmine, which is made from ground beetles. They take the shells of beetles and they grind them up to make them into this powder. Once you add water to it, it becomes a beautiful red dye. It's safe for the eyes, it doesn't stain the skin, but the beetles suffer. There's no way around that. But the alternative for these are Red 40 and Red Lake 40. Now, what's the difference between Red 40 and Red Lake 40? Red Lake 40 is derived from salt, where I'm not sure how they get the one. I just know that that's one of the difference. But it is not approved by the FDA. Now, these influencers want you to believe that it's because of staining, and it's not. The FDA says it can cause staining, but the reason why it is not approved is it can cause irritation. And in more people than not, it does cause irritation depending on the amount you use. Now, when you're using pressed pigments, now what killed me is when James Charles said, what's the difference between shadow and pressed pigment? I didn't know until I started working with Morphe. Well, he still doesn't know because it's not just being a pressed pigment. Yes, being straight pressed pigment, but a pressed pigment 99.9% of the time, if they are vegan, they are not eye safe. Therefore, they're not for the immediate eye area. Meaning, if you use them on your lid, under your eye, or too close to your eye, or even up in here, if you're sensitive, you can get whelps, you can get hives, you can get blisters, you can cause actual eye irritation in your eye, watering and whatnot. Depending on the severity of your irritation, it can cause more problems than that. Now, what kills me is this whole, oh, well, the FDA hasn't changed the rules in so long. Well, you know what? The FDA hasn't had to, because does it still irritate eyes? Yes. So stop. Anyway, that's why I've been kind of backed off on a video this week. I haven't touched the James Charles palette because, honestly, I don't feel like not being able to open my eyes for 3 days. That happened the last time I used a palette that had Red Lake 40 in it. Now, the Blood Sugar palette, I did have a little bit of irritation. It wasn't as bad as from the Mini MUA palette. Now, the Mini MUA palette, oh, God, that was a fucking nightmare. Pardon my language. Anyway, let's just get right into this. I'm going to do something a little different, a little out of my wheelhouse, because I wanted this palette for these greens right here. I'm not a green person. I don't like green, but I don't know. This color right here sold me on this palette, Alien. That color right there, and Abduction, but mainly this. I saw this and I, boom, had to order. Anyway, let's try it out. I'm going to stay away from the, well, I might use the purple. The purple shade is the main one that has it. The purple, I believe, Probe. I'm not sure which all, but I do know the purple is the main culprit here. But I want to do more of a green look anyway. I'm going in with Do I want to start off with the, yeah, because I want a really blown out look with this. I'm going to start out with a abduction. I'm going to go in, and I'm holding it up like this because I really want you to see that is not bad fallout. Not bad. All right, I did use the P. Louise base, and if you're familiar with the P. Louise base, you want to pat your color on and then start to blend. That will give you a much prettier blend to this. Plus, I want a really light wash of this green up there. I will build it up later a little, but I want to really start light-handed because this is a very neon, very bright color, and I want to keep control of it. I'm going to use my mirror across the room as well, as I always do. I like how that's sitting right in there. That is very pretty. I didn't have any remnants of another color on here. This is just, I don't know why. See how it's like, it's almost leaving a little darker rim right there. It's kind of crazy. That's crazy. I only have green on here. I wonder if it's the way it's working with this base. I don't know. It's almost changing color right there, and not in a bad way. I like how it's kind of leaving almost a darker little shadow right there, kind of framing my eye. I'm not complaining. I don't know. I've just been into greens. Who is it? Somebody. Oh my God, what is that? I can't. There's an influencer that dyed her hair like a chartreuse green, and matter of fact, I even left a comment on her Facebook, on her YouTube channel. I hate that hair color, but I love it on you, because I hate this color. I guess I'm starting to like it. I never liked it before, but I'm coming in right in here, right up against the nose, just really light. I want to frame that eye right there. I just want a really pretty, like, washed out of this color, just to kind of not really warm the eye up, green the eye up, if that's what you want to call it. But I want that all the way up to the brow right there, and I want to leave this section right here open. I've already done my brows. I've already done my base. I've done my foundation. I'm just gonna I just want to kind of blow that out all the way around. There we go. I caved out a little farther than I wanted to on that nose. I've been liking to do that, just kind of like coming right here on the inner nose. Just not a whole lot, just a little wash of color. Now I'm gonna have to wash my brushes after this guy here. What am I gonna come in with next? I want a little tiny, I don't know what brush this is, but this is the brush I absolutely love, and I'm almost starting to think that it may be the one that James Charles called his 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, I don't know. Anyway, this is out of the Eye Credible set from Morphe, and it doesn't have a number, but it is very similar to the 441, I believe. Yeah, here's the 441, and it's like the baby version of it, and that's kind of what he said that his brush was. So I don't know. I'm gonna come in here with Alien, and this is kind of a shimmer shadow. Yes, I'm breaking rules here, and I'm gonna come right in here, and I want to come right at the top of the look at that. I want to come right here at the top of my lid and very tightly into the crease. I'm going to do that, relax my eye, because I want it to sit right there. Okay. Now what I do is, you guys see me do it if you watch my channel before, is I will mark the spot, then I will lift my eyebrow so I can blend her on in. I just love this color. I don't know why. There we go. See, I want it to sit right there. Almost like a glow. See, I want it to be like a glow up in there. But I want it on that outside corner. And this is actually the prettiest freaking color. It's a shimmer too. But see how I'm using it? If you can take a shimmer and blow it out quite a bit. Let me relax my eye. Do the same thing over here. You want to get, I always get a lot of product and I don't tap my brush to do this. Then I'll tap my brush and come in like that. The reason why I don't is because I want to put a nice little dot of product there, because I'm kind of marking what I'm doing, and I want to make sure I can see it, because as you guys know, I am blind as a bat. Did you guys know bats are not actually blind? Bats actually can see in the dark and all kinds of stuff. There we go. I'm going to bring this out. I want to really wing that out on the outside. There we go. I want to really pull that out because I don't want to come up real high with these greens, but I want to come out so you really see them, and I'm going to come under. Don't you hate that? Like under your eyebrow, or under your eyelid. Everybody has their own look. Mine's I don't know why. I don't know why. Why do we always have to make funny looks when we do things? Like, I can't talk when I work right there either. I'm gonna lightly put this on the inner as well. I just want to really look at that. Is crazy. Now I'm gonna go back to that first brush. Look at how dark that is. A crazy color. Now this is a good sign. That is the brush after, and this is a natural hair brush. So I mean, that was a clean brush, and the product's out of there. It does stain a little, not bad. Now the greens aren't going to be, I don't think the greens are really going to be the problem in here. I think what the problem is going to be is the I got it on my leg. Because I turned my hand that way. Like, how did I get there on my leg? I think more of the purples are going to be staining kind of colors. Anyway, I'm going to go in, and I just really want to blend this out. Soften every edge. I want to go and soften every bit of this. So I want this, even though it is a bright look, I want it to be a soft look. There we go. That is crazy. I'm liking it. I really like it. I don't know what the hell I'm going to wear with this. I'm going to have a massage after this, and my massage therapist is going to look at me. Alex, she's probably watching this, and you're probably going, that's the look you had on that day? Oh my God. I can't believe you came out in public like that. Now this is also a natural hairbrush. This is the Kylie brush. And you see, same thing with her. They're going to stain a little bit. I mean, you're going to have to probably wash your brushes after these. But, you know, that's just part of life, kids. Part of life. I'm going to take a clean, this is an M573 Morphe brush. It's a little tighter buffer. Well, shader buffer. I call it a buffer because what I do is I come up under here with no product, and I'm just using that to really, I really want to buff out these lines. I want these lines to be very soft. Even when you're dealing with really harsh colors, you don't have to have a crazy accentuated line, you know. Now with something like this, I'm going to go with probably a black liner with this just because it's so bold. Now on my lid, I'm going to go a little darker. I usually go light on my lid. Today I think I'm going to go dark on my lid because I'm dying to try out another color in here. And I want a little flat brush. I'm going to grab this one. This is another, I couldn't tell you what the name of it is. And where's my Fix Plus? I only have a little mini Fix Plus at the moment. I've got like 10 of these from, they were on a clearance thing, and I loaded up because they were, what's that? Is that lavender or rose? That's rose. It smells pretty good. All right, I'm going to wet that, and I'm going to go into, you know what? I'm going to go into Probe right here, and I'm going to use this on the outer corner. And I'm using this on a wet brush, and I'm just going to frame the outer corner of that lid. There we go. And I'm going to bring it also on the inner. I'm not going to cut this out with concealer because this is kind of just a Just trying to do a fast little look here. I don't want to go like crazy. And I'm just going to leave that middle open. That's why I'm using a smaller brush like this. Use the other side where it's still wet. These colors remind me of the colors that are in the new Melt palette. I'm going to bring that under in that corner as well. I was going to do a little wing with some black liner, but you know what? I think I'm just going to go ahead and take probe and do the same thing. I'm going to just kind of bring that up and out into a wing and bring it under. There we go. Now, if you want, you can cut the crease down the center. I'm not going to, but you can if you want. I'm not sure what I would have put in the middle. I almost wish I would have saved that alien color, that bright green for the center, but I didn't. So I low-key wish I would have. All right, what do you think about it? Should we do this? I want to do, I don't know about that. That's kind of a, oh, that's pretty. This is not a green look, I don't know what is. I'm going to take that and put that in the center and just kind of blend out the edges. Now when you do a lighter color like that in the center, what you want to do is pat it in the middle and then just kind of blend your edge, because you want it to look like it's like a spotlight. Like if a light shined on that color, and that's what it looked like when the light hit it. That's what you want to do. That's almost kind of it's almost like contrast there, but I kind of like it. There we go. Bring that up and around. I'm going to kind of close that behind. There we go. I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm going to grab this UFO color, and I'm going to come underneath and bring that there. I did that probe on the outer, and I'm going to do this on that inner part. There we go. I actually really like that color. It's very pretty. I will tell you, these colors are very, very pigmented. If you are not wanting a in-your-face, bright color, then these are not what you want. I like to always make sure to wipe these brushes off. If you guys have been here before, you know I always talk about if you want a brush to last, you won't leave product in it, you make sure to get it out, especially if it's an oil-based product, because it will eat the glue down in your ferrule. And that's why you always see me do that. When I do a spotlight eye, I don't like that color sitting on my fingers, because I feel like I'm going to touch something and I'll just have it everywhere, because that's me. I'm going to go back and use this this little, whatever this tapered kind of blending brush was, the one that didn't have a name. I'm just going to go in and just kind of soften out some of this. I do have hooded eyes, so I always like to make sure right here, just to kind of pat that off up top to keep it from blending anymore. Otherwise my lid will be all that blended one color by the end of the day. There we go. All right, I am going to clean this up underneath a little bit. I'm going to take, this sponge I have right here and kind of wipe that. I don't want to go in with a makeup wipe, but you know what? I think I'm going to have to. The fallout wasn't real bad, but it was bad enough that I'm going to go ahead and clean up underneath here, and then I'll just touch up my under eyes. And I will show you how to quickly touch up your under eyes without making a mess here in 1 second. Anytime you've already done your makeup and then you come in and you have a problem like this where you have to go in and clean up underneath, you want to go ahead and just clean up that area right there. Right there. a lot of times I'll go ahead and wipe off my nose because that gives you an area to blend this into. There we go. I'll wipe off that section there. Now I haven't done my actual face makeup. I just did my foundation. Now I'm going to take a brush. This is the ES06 brush by June & Co. This is great. I like to take a little bit of my foundation and I will put it, what I'm wearing today is the Born This Way from Too Faced in Snow. Just take a tiny bit of that, put it on a little palette, and then I'll pick up a little bit on here, and then I'll just kind of pat this in. This is a great foundation for doing this because this foundation just, you don't have to set it, and I didn't set this. All I had was just straight foundation on, so I'm not having to deal with powders. If you already have powdered your face, it's very difficult to go back and actually do what I'm doing because you won't be able to blend it in very well. There we go. And I'm taking the makeup sponge that I used to do my foundation and just kind of patting that in. But you can get nearly a seamless blend. You can even take a little bit on the sponge if you feel like you're not getting it. I just feel like right there was not blending very well. I have one spot on my cheek right there that never wants to blend, even like fresh foundation. I love this brush for doing this because I can really get in there. And if you feel like you got too much on the brush, dust it off on your makeup sponge, whatever one you do, and you can take it and just kind of lightly come in here. See how I'm just, and if you want a nice cut in that eye, you can bring it up like that. There we go. I love doing this to fix my eye with this brush. I use it constantly for this because even though I do makeup 3 times a day at least, I mess up too. You know, and you never know. With me, I'm always using new products, so I never know when I'm going to have one that is going to be like crazy fallout like this. And I do like to do my foundation first. I don't know, I have a hard time doing it afterward. It just kind of drives me crazy. Anyway, I'll be back in a few. I'm going to finish my face and I'll be right back. And I am back. I went ahead and warmed my face up because of all the cool tones on my face. I went back and forth with what lipstick to use, but I used, what is this called? 105 from Makeup Forever. I never can find a name, but I thought this was so pretty because it's kind of in between a cool tone and a warm tone, and very natural, very pretty for this look. But that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. It was very difficult trying to figure out what kind of look to do with this, but I hope you liked it, and I will see you again next time, and I will give you an update on how this comes off, staining, and if I had any irritation. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.